Hi there, my name is Aaron Lanterman. I've recently produced a couple of videos where I tried to get Udio to spit out voices that sounded like well-known singers. The first one I did, I targeted Bjork, and everyone pretty much agreed that the results sound like Bjork. And then I did another experiment with a different singer and asked people who they thought it sounded like, and the results there were a lot more indeterminate. So here I wanted to talk about those results and also show you the prompts that I used. I got the idea to try this from this article titled, "Yes, Udio's Output Resembles Copyrighted Music Too," from Music Business Worldwide by Ed Newton-Rex. And in this, Ed was able to create music by ABBA and some other folks. And there is a reference here to using prompts based on tags from rateyourmusic.com. So I took art pop, electronic, glitch pop, trip hop, down tempo, IDM, and I just added the word Icelandic in front and got things like this. You can listen to my earlier video to hear the rest of those clips. Anyway, an interesting thing about this is that if I added the word Iceland at the end of the tag, adding that word Iceland at the end somehow gave me less Bjorky results.
Cold in the silent gale, Iceland's cold through the timeless trail. I feel it close, your heartbeat in symmetry.
Notice that's the first example I've played so far that is in English, and that resulted somehow from adding Iceland to the prompt. Another experiment I did was to take the same prompt I did earlier without the word Iceland, but also add lyrics in English to the prompt.
Take it as a whisper. You have a voice so pure, like as you sing in a...
So that definitely doesn't sound like Bjork, and not just because the vocals are in English.
Snowflakes dance in the cold. Snowflakes dance in the cold.
And that also doesn't sound like Bjork to me. Okay, let me play for you these examples from my latest test with a male vocalist.
The shadows are creeping and ain't that a twist?
In shadows deep, I hear your call. A fool I am. In shadows, where the music flows. I'm a fool for your tune, such a melody that haunts the night.
Again, you can listen to my last video to hear the full clips. But the main thing to note here is these actually sound like different vocal textures or different combinations of vocal textures. These don't all sound like they're from the same artist. Now, the prompt that I used in order to generate those clips were the tags for Tom Waits. I thought Dark Cabaret was rather unique. And a lot of folks guessed Tom Waits, but they also guessed other artists in addition to Tom Waits, or those artists on their own, and they also noted that the different clips suggested different artists. Some folks suggested Johnny Cash, which I didn't really hear myself, but in any case, I thought it would be interesting to see if we could get Udio to sound like Johnny Cash using these tags. So here I added bass male voice to the list.
We're all bound to roam past barns and old pines. We're chasing our dreams. We're reaching for the stars on these winding streams. We roam, hearts beating with the rhythm of this endless road.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I am cheating here because I told you ahead of time of what artist I was going for, but my goodness. Okay, let's try this with deep male voice.
She left that small town life.
All the folks around say she's been dreaming, chasing stars that lighted the night.
Oh, come back, come back, come back to the place you call home. Oh, come back, come back.
I'll let you be the judge. Now, I do want to note that this prompt created a lot of music that didn't sound like Johnny Cash. I'm just particularly picking the examples that I thought did. Some folks suggested Leonard Cohen, especially with his fourth track.
A melody that haunts the night. I'm a shadow trailing, just a ghost in wailing.
Interestingly, I had a really difficult time getting Udio to sound like Leonard Cohen. If you look at the tags and rate your music, it includes Sophistopop, which I thought is fairly specific, and I added deep male voice. But out of all of my attempts, this is the only one that even came close.
Morning light whispers gently on your weary eyes. You're searching through the shadows led by dreams untold. Hold on tight, you'll be alright. Though the roads say climb.
And I should also note that early career Leonard Cohen sounds very different than late career Leonard Cohen, and you could actually say the same thing about Tom Waits. Some folks suggested David Sylvian, particularly in regards to this third track.
In shadows, where the music flows, I'm a fool for your tune, such a fool for your croon. Your melody calls not just for me, in harmony where darkness can.
So I thought it would be interesting to see if we could create some David Sylvian. So here I took the tags from Rate Your Music and I added bass male vocal in the first instance and deep male vocal in the second instance.
Glimmer lights in the quiet night. Heartbeat sings with the city's hum. Hey, belong. Let the echoes of the dreams collide, soft and slow in this ambient tide. In the stillness, whispers of your presence, calm and chaotic. I dreamt of colors swirling around us. Your voice away.
I've listened to some David Sylvian, but I'm not hugely familiar with his catalog. So if you're a David Sylvian fan, let me know what you think in the comments below. Another artist people suggested was Nick Cave. So I tried taking the Nick Cave tags, adding male vocals, and also adding some instrumentation. In this first track, I added organ and harmonica. Again, I just took that from the Rate Your Music page. Let's see, in the next one, I also added piano to all of that. And I think I have piano also in the third one. Here we go.
Lost in this melody, the organ plays for me. Dark shadows paint the night. In this gloom I find my light. Voices haunt my mind, truths I can't reveal. In shadows of uncertainty, whispers of what's yet to come, feeling like I'm half the one. Can't run from what's inside, can't hide from what I need. No matter how the daylight fades away, or how the night gives birth to gray, it's just the world's sweet song. No matter how the moments blend and blur, past we share, it's all astir when it's just our life so long.
Again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Some folks suggested David Bowie, and I made a lot of attempts to get Udio to sound like David Bowie, and I completely failed. It kept spitting out things that sounded like the Beatles. Now, I've long contended that David Bowie is particularly magical. In any case, if you can manage to get Udio to sound like David Bowie, let me know what your prompts are in the comments below. Okay, that's enough Udio experiments for me. The reason I've been doing this is that I want to develop an understanding of what Udio and similar tools like Suno are doing behind the scenes. Because I think our discussions about the ethics and legality of AI music production and generative AI in general needs to be properly grounded in a sound technical understanding, and I'm also just interested in signal processing and technology in general. In particular, there's this commonly held notion that's pushed by the AI companies that AI algorithms learn from examples just like humans learn from examples. That's not even remotely true. The way these algorithms work is very different from the way humans work, but that's the topic of another video.